sweetie, shall we go for walking?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. La 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 la.
Auntie, see that Verdant garden.
Verdant garden, good. That's a very greenish color, the bright green color of a lush, the vegetation that you see. The garden is so greenish. It's a verdant garden, which means a very greenish, a lush green.
Auntie, Tarak is beating me.
Tarak, you should not beat sweetie. She's so younger to you, okay?
That verdict is so good.
Yeah, you said verdict. Actually, it's written as verdict, but when you say, you have to say verdict. That's the right pronunciation. That's very good, sweetie. And it's verdict means judgment or opinion, okay? There was an allegation of murder with allegation of burglary about our neighbor, but today there was a verdict, and the verdict today he got a verdict of non-guilty. Here, verdict. Sweetie, let's go for walking, okay?
Okay. Auntie, see that Verdant garden.
Yeah, the same thing we said for verdant, okay? Verdant and verdure both are same. Verdure is fresh green color of lush vegetation, okay? It's a very greenish color, okay? And it's written as verdure, D-U-R-E, but when you say, you have to say verdure, okay? And in British, it's called verdure. In American, it's called verdure. You're on the verge of tears, but hey, you're on the verge. So go inside. You're on the verge of the tears because you heard someone your favorite was on the verge of suicide. All these verge means very close to, okay? But person who is holding a wand or a rod before a bishop is also called as a verge. He is also close to the bishop, and you can say his style verged into divine, verged into, very close into.
Auntie, who is a verger?
Who is a verger? Just now we said that verger means a greenish color. Here verger is a person who takes care of the church, okay? Basically you can say the verger takes care of verger in church. Basically is a church caretaker who also carries the rod before the bishop, okay? He also does the verger caretaking outside as well as inside the church for bishop. Shereen, come here. I want to verify something. Yeah, I want to confirm something. Come here. Okay, here verify is normally we say, but what I inferred from this V is, in the vocabulary V, they don't say verify. They say verify in American English. So verify means confirm. Let's verify. Let's verify it. We used to say that these men are very bad. Here, very is usually said to mean a really bad. But there's another way to say this. You can say verily. Verily or verily, because vocabulary V in American pronunciation, mostly they don't say verily, they say verily bad. Here is verily these men are mad, which means really these men are mad.
Rio? There is a small kind of dummy piece like Rio and a real Rio.
A very similitude Rio?
Mommy, what is very stimulate? Is it very
Very similitude means appearance of being real.
Oh.
Okay. That is a very similitude Rio. He's very similar. Very similitude. Verithanam is used to emphasize something. Similarly, veritable is used to emphasize something. For example, it's a veritable price increase, which means it's really a huge price increase. Verithanam in Tamil, veritable in English. Shereen, tell me the truth. Tell me the verity. Who threw the...
But there's so many varieties in diapers.
I know variety means different. I'm asking verity. Verity is the truth.
Oh, I threw it. Mom, this looks like a worm.
No, Shereen, it's a vermiform. Vermiform is resembling worm, okay? Usually it is seen on the trees, the branches becomes knobbly and it looks like a worm, and they call it, oh, there is a vermiform on the tree. And now you're saying there's a vermiform on the floor. Vermiform, it takes the form of a worm. Though it is W-O-R-M, here it starts with V-E-R-M. Shereen, what do you understand when I say vermilion?
Chameleon or million?
Chameleon, yeah, it changes its color, and this has also got something to do with the color. It's a very bright red color already. It's a very bright red color made from the mercury already. Here we have seen verdure, and verdant means lush green, very green, and this is very red. And also in the spelling it looks like million, but you're not supposed to say vermilion, you have to say vermilion. Vermilion. Shereen, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say vermin?
Brahmin?
Brahmin are the biggest caste in the society, but vermin is small, common, harmful animals or bugs or insects or pests, etc. Basically, it's harmful, small, kind of animals or bugs. Vermouth? Yeah, you have to drink this using your mouth, but you should not pronounce it as vermouth. It's vermouth. It's a wine. You can drink using your mouth, but you have to call it as vermouth. Vermouth is a wine, and it also has some aromatic herb flavor in it. So a wine, but it has herbs in it. Yes, it's made in France. When you're standing in a queue, will you speak vernacular, because vernacular, or like the English that's spoken in the spoken by newsreaders?
What is vernacular?
It's everyday spoken language or the native dialect, okay? But if you also become a superstar, you should speak in a vernacular to reach a larger audience, okay? I told you the other day, you told me you want to build a vernacular farmhouse, like the native kind
I
of.
wanted to.
This is January and we are in India, and I think this is the right time to step out of the house to enjoy the vernal freshness of the land.
Mommy, what is vernal?
It is related to the spring, which means during this vernal period, the trees that has withered the leaves and looks vapid will start to spring, and you can enjoy the sight of the spring. Do you know who is Veronica?
Veronica, sister?
Yeah, Veronica is normally, we say in American English, Veronica, okay? Veronica is a lady who presses Jesus' face with a cloth when he was carrying the cross for crucifixion, okay? So that we get the image of Jesus with the blood. The artist drew his face, and also a plant with narrow purple flowers, also called Veronica or Veronica.